So in July of 1947, the United States military, it was the 509th Bomb Squadron based in Roswell, New Mexico. It was the only bomb squadron at the time exclusively responsible for the deployment of atomic weapons. The Enola Gay was there. It was a hand-select elite unit, and they announced to the world, this is a fact, that we recovered a flying saucer, a crashed vehicle from somewhere else. They announced it to the world. Probably less than 12 hours later, I can go into the specifics if you want. Yeah, so what happened was this guy, Jesse Marcel, intelligence officer at the 509th, went out with a guy named Mac Brazel. So Mac Brazel was a rancher, and he had heard about these flying saucers. He'd heard about this reward for anything recovered or information. He had a huge ranch in the middle of nowhere, super remote spot, and he comes in the local base, and he says, and he has some debris with him, and he says, you guys talk about these flying saucers. I think one of them crashed on my ranch. So they, of course, the 509th people, it was Major Jesse Marcel, and I don't remember the other name of the gentleman, the military guy. They went out with this guy on the ranch. They go in, they spend the night, they come back the next day, they got this debris, they make the determination, all right, we've got a crash of an unknown vehicle from another, and they make the announcement, and they tell the world. The higher-ups get involved, they get a B-29, they put the debris on a B-29, they're going to take it to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Jesse Marcel's on the airplane, they fly with a pit stop at Fort Worth in Texas. They get off the plane, and there's a media frenzy everywhere. This story is making headline news all across the world immediately.
Oh, right, yeah.
And there's a guy named General Roger Ramey. He's standing at the base of the airplane. He's at the base at Fort Worth. And he looks at Jesse Marcel, who just came off the airplane, and says, you keep your mouth shut and let me handle this. And so they go in to a room. There's a conventional weather balloon on the ground, just like balsa wood and tin foil paper. And he says, and it was General Roger Ramey, it was Jesse Marcel, and Colonel Dubose. And they throw this debris out there. He said, you just stand there, and this is what we found.
Smile for the cameras.
And smile for the cameras, yeah. And so they kill the story right there on the spot. Terribly sorry, what we once thought was a flying saucer. Turns out it's just a common everyday weather balloon.
So this is actually...
And Jesse and the debris is on the B-29 sitting on the tarmac right there.